U.S. Senate passes the Inflation Reduction Act this week, probably the most significant legislation for renewable energy in a generation. I'm Jay Warmke with Blue Rock Station, and this is the news from the solar industry for the week of August 8th. Now, on August 7th, just yesterday, the Senate passed the Inflation Reduction Act along straight party lines. It includes a number of provisions that will be very significant for renewable energy. One is an extension of the investment tax credits for solar, as well as for standalone storage. Now, in the past, these investment tax credits only applied to energy innovation or energy generation or energy savings. Now they're going to be applying to storage systems independent of whether they're associated with a renewable energy system or not. Now, the investment tax credit is basically you can deduct a portion of the cost of the system from your income taxes. So it's a dollar for dollar credit, not a deduction, it's a credit. But of course, it only applies to those people who are paying federal income taxes. Now, this investment tax credit has been around for quite a while. It's currently at 26%, scheduled to reduce down to 22% next year and then phase out altogether. Now, this act actually extends it at a rate of 30% for 10 years. And it extends it retroactively. So basically 2022, rather than being 26%, it will be at 30%. Also, the goal, there is an electric vehicle tax credit as well. Now that's going to be at $7,500 for a new electric vehicle and up to $4,000 for used. Another thing, a little subtle change here, this has been around, but electric vehicle tax credits were capped at 200,000 vehicles. So they've removed that cap and they basically said for every electric vehicle that's sold in the United States, $7,000 federal tax credit. Now, the House is set to vote on this on Friday of this week. We'll see how that goes through, although it is anticipated to pass. Now, how they came up with the name of the Inflation Reduction Act? Well, according to the the Congressional Budget Office, this particular bill has a number of provisions. Many of them are renewable energy, but some are not. Now, some of the non-renewable energy provisions is there is an institution of a 15% corporate tax on all businesses earning $1 billion or more. The Congressional Budget Office anticipates that will raise about $313 billion. Then there's the ability for the federal government to negotiate drug prices with pharmaceutical manufacturers. The Budget Office anticipates that will raise about $288 billion over the course of this bill. And then there's more money there for IRS enforcement of those people who should have been paying taxes all along but weren't. They anticipate that will increase about $124 billion, bringing it to net revenues of about $739 billion. Now, the renewable energy provisions of this bill will cost, they're estimating, about $369 billion. And also the bill does extend the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare subsidies through 2025. So they anticipate that will cost an additional $64 billion, which leaves a net of about $306 billion, which is earmarked to pay off the deficit. Now, another provision within this bill, not only will it incentivize those people who are purchasing renewable energy to put on their homes, but it will also encourage the manufacture of domestic supply. Modules will be subsidized, have a tax credit of 7 cents per watt. Cells, solar cells, about 4 cents per watt. Residential inverters will have tax credits of about 6.5 cents a watt, and microinverters have credits of about 11 cents a watt. Domestic battery manufacturing will have tax credits of $35 per kilowatt hour. These tax credits begin in 2023 and are designed to extend through 2029 and then begin a bit of a phase out period. Well, that's the news from solar for this week. We'll see you next week.